Right, guys. So this is gonna be like a once a week that I do of a review of how my training has been going. And I'll be honest, so far the training has been good, the steps have been good, the nutrients and the meals not so much. So I thought I'd start off with a little bit of what it is I'm actually doing as well. I did sign up to a coaching program that's held by Lee. He is a YouTuber. I'm sure there'll be pictures of him that I'll post around the screen, and obviously a link to his YouTube channel as well. I've been watching him since 2022, just during COVID time as well. And so I thought there was a post of his saying that he's signing people up for a DIY cut and commit program. I thought I've been struggling to cut weight for the last few months and close to a year because of a new job. I've been so busy, I've been trying to stream and do all little bits and bobs. I've not had the time. So I thought if I'm in a community, I'm in a space where I have to hit it, I thought it would probably be best to do that. And it really cost me nothing. It's $99 though, which works out to be like £75 per month. But it's like a 16-week program. Essentially, it's DIY commit. You're part of a community, and essentially the community, you kind of share your little bits of feedback and meal plan. You guys give each other tips, and you'll interact with people who are in the similar situations and that kind of stuff. And you'll always have calls with coaches and things like that just to walk through your progress. They'll be monitoring everything through their Panda app. And yeah, I'll probably show some content of it from my phone because you can't actually use the app on screen. But yeah, essentially they give you a bit of a workout plan for you to track things manually as well, just to see how you've been doing. And they will also see this as well, just to see how everything's gone week by week by week. They usually see it through the app, I'm pretty sure, but this is more for yourself. So I started off week 1 with 88.4 kilos. I have a electronic scale that you've probably seen in my shorts. It links to an app that can, as best as accurately as it can, it'll tell me my BMI, how much fat, what's my water weight, things like that. So sorry, I was just rudely interrupted by a delivery driver. But basically, it takes my measurements as accurately as it can. So I started the week, started on the 31st, which was Sunday when I started tracking everything. I weighed 88.4. And currently I weigh 85.9. So crazy thing is, my calories have been reduced significantly. So my maintenance is around 500 is my maintenance. I'm sure I'll list it on the sides. And because I've been hitting such a low calories and eating so less, but my cheat meals as a result have been so high, with my family been around and things like that, I think it's still helped in losing, weight. But the fat content from the macros have been way too high. So naturally, now that my family's gone as well, that kind of little vibe is over. I can just crack on as usual. So today I've been eating very well, hitting my macros as best we can. So the aim is to carry on getting, by next week, the aim is to lose 1 kilo per week. So in the span of 16 weeks, at the very least, have lost 16 kilos and be as close to 69 to 70 kilos within the 4 months period. Now, so far we've lost 2.5 kilos. This will naturally happen anyway because, I'm eating so less. I'm eating more restrained. I'm not indulging myself all that much. Food is unhealthy naturally, but it's not to the point where I'm just gorging myself of left, right, and center. So we've been careful of it in that regard. It's been some benefit. So hopefully if we maintain it again, at the very least, I should be 84.9 by Sundays when I've taken this last weight. So there's essentially, I want to reach my ideal size outside the cut phase to the lean build up until March. So we have a 16-week cut phase. Well, this is the deadline I've set myself. They've recommended to prolong it if it's too much weight and things like that. But I feel as though I could do it. There's a composition lock-in just so before we move me over to the lean build, which is obviously going to be going forward. It's just going to be as long as I want it to be. maybe I want to do a mini cut in between, but they'll get onto that. But for now, we're in the cut phase. We're still going to be the cut phase for a good 2-3 months at the very minimum. So the goal is to be done in 31 weeks, 16-week cut, and be ready before my birthday. That's the aim. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. So just a little through my fitness part. I have been sending this as part of my little YouTube shorts as well. And we've pretty much been trying to hit as close to 1,800 as possible. And the key thing from all of this is to hit at least 170 grams of protein. I know some people say it's too much, but given how quickly I'm losing the weight, it's probably recommended for me to get as much protein over everything else as possible and still be in a reasonable calorie deficit. Because the reason why it's 1,800 and I could still potentially lose a kilo a week is because I'm doing 10,000 steps. Now, 10,000 steps roughly adds 300 calories surplus. So it's just a little way the coaches at Panda have kind of given us to help also not be at 1,500 for way too long. 1,800 is manageable. You can eat well. You can enjoy yourself. And so far for the first week, I have actually ate very well. And we'll see how long it goes and things like that. So we've been hitting close or over the calorie deficit, but I've been training just as hard. And yeah, it's been tough on the training aspect as well and getting the steps in, but we've been getting it in consistently. So that's the one takeaway from this week. So the aim is to also hit my macros from today, which we're currently on the 8th, to let me check what day it is, the 14th. So between the 8th and 14th to be below the 85 kilo threshold, and the more the merrier. But we'll see how we get on in that. So I did a little bit of a screen record on my phone just to show you guys what the app actually has. So this actually has my correct macros, 170, 190, 40 grams. MyFitnessPal gets it a bit off in the calories, so it doesn't actually appropriate the macros correctly. So I also linked, so it'll do the minute bits for me, so it's quite nice. So these are obviously the steps it'll track. This uses Google Fit. I use Samsung Health because I'm on Samsung as well as my phone, but so some of the data is a bit inaccurate, but I have roughly done 10,000 a day. So this is 16,000, give or take 5,000 even is incorrect. I should have hit the 10k mark. Today's obviously only 3,000, which is understandable. But essentially, it's a good way for me to just keep a track on it as well. Usually use my phone, I'll be honest. But yeah, so this is the app. It has a day. Obviously, I can track my my weight and things like that. In regards to the weights as well, I do have a bad habit of drinking something or eating something before I take my weight. So sometimes the weight fluctuates very much so. And this is the program I'm currently doing. It's a 5-day hypertrophy program with on the app. Now, I've always been a 5-day person in the gym. I've always managed to find time. It's just some of the things that I've always done. The program itself is a bit challenging because it's a lot more volume than what I'm used to. And it encourages to do more of a tempo, slow on the way down, take a pause, and explosive on the way out. It has many other things like recipe books, which are quite helpful to be fair. But like if you want to make high protein meals, low calorie snacks, and if you're in the UK, things from Aldi. It's strange because these guys are in Australia, but they also have Aldi. So there's many programs that this app has that you can choose from. If this wasn't for me, I could change it. They even have one-to-one programs, custom programs which you have to pay for, but they make sure it's specifically tailored to your lifestyle. Which I might do down the line. But for now, I think the 5-day hypertrophy program for me is just really good. So it's for both parties, by the way. It's men and women. He has his girlfriend on the program, and then in the community, I see a lot of women just also partaking in it, which is obviously quite good to see. And yeah, it's a 5-day program. Thursday and Sunday are usually my rest days, but yeah, it is going to be a bit hard as well as the weight loses even more. But we'll leave it at that for this recap. I'll see you in the next recap. If you did like the video, like and subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace.